What's up, guys? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. Today, we definitely have a lot to talk about. A lot has been happening lately, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about it all. But before we proceed, let's quickly look at the XRP price today on CoinMarketCap.com. We can see that we are at 0.5839 and still swimming in that red zone. But so is the rest of the crypto market as well, so we have really nothing to worry about here. That said, let's roll that intro and dive right in. As always, we welcome you back to MoneySide, your favorite crypto news channel. If you are new here, welcome to the XRP fam. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Now, getting back to today's topic, we're going to rev those engines with this tweet from BC Backer that says, in the 2017 bull run, we had a big correction in June, July. I've said that story several times. The sentiment was just like now, euphoria followed by it's the end of times. Many calling for way lower prices, $700 to $1,200, which never came. Both 2017 and 2021, July 1.618 fib. As we can all see in the graph that he shared right here, we have a crazy comparison of the 2017 and 2021 charts. Evidently, in the charts, we can see that we exploded, then came back and retested the 1.618 fibs in 2017. Similarly, in 2021, we have witnessed the same explosion, then retested the 1.618 fib level again. But what came right after retesting this level in 2017? We saw this massive explosion of price to the upside. It begs the question, will this same thing happen again in 2021? Well, only time will tell at the end of the day. Moving forward to our following tweet, we have this one from W. Clement Tell, which he tweeted saying, Whale volume profile, great work from @whale_map. Bitcoin sitting on a key level of support here. Now guys, if you look at the graph, we can all see that Bitcoin is sitting on a critical support level. And we can see this is where most of the volume has been traded. If the graph falls below this point, there isn't much volume near the $20,000 price level. But we can see that if we go lower to the $10,000 range, we have a lot of volume around that point as well. So all we can do is hope that we won't fall below this point right here, as we can see the other area with a lot of volumes is closer to zero. Now we have this tweet from Flow Aqua that says, a few months after the tweet from April 5th, see below, XRP is back at the crossing point between 2 sine wave and 3. Should be supports instead of resistances. Retweet, that's my call, time will tell. This is pretty crazy actually, and we should be looking at a potential upside here from the look of things. If we look at this graph, we bounced right back up heavily every time we hit a resistance level. This could mean that we are potentially looking at an all-time high very soon. Hopefully that will come to pass. Another one from XRP_shark says, I want to repeat this again. My conservative target for XRP at the end of this bull run is $25 to $27. If the lawsuit is resolved and utility comes in, then a $96 to $240 would be possible based on past performance and according to the fib levels. Cheers! We are all getting from all of this because all the indicators are pointing towards an accumulation and a possible all-time high. Now, I believe in the coming bull run, and if in fact it happens, we will possibly see some 2 to 3 digits. But I think that will only happen if we see the utility. What do you think, guys? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Looking at the following tweet, we have this pretty interesting one from Misaline1 that says, Bitcoin update. Bitcoin in a pretty standard impulse. We made it to target W2 in deep retrace. This makes me think W4 will retrace shallow 382 and revisit the first drawn channel. Some educational content, targets, and my general view of the Bitcoin cycle in the chart below. Now basically what this guy is trying to tell us here is that we will go up in the next few weeks. In fact, we will go up 2 months to around the $40,000 level before we crash back again to roughly above the $20,000 level. As he is saying, if this does not play out, we will see an even bigger crash in the markets, which will terrify everyone. Now we have this tweet from Sir Rob Artle1 that he tweeted saying, you should have bought XRP when it crashed 97% and struck 10 cents. But did you? You should have bought XRP when the SEC crashed it to 17 cents. But did you? Something terrible may happen to the price now and you'll think the bull market is over. You should buy then. But will you? Basically, we are saying that every time there is a massive crash in the market, it is ideal for buying into the market. There may have been many levels where people should have bought into the markets, but let these opportunities pass them by. From X Anderson, we can see this tweet here. How many years do you think they have worked on CBDCs? Well, if you look at this thread, we can see sentiment from a couple of people who say since the inception of XRP in 2018. We have others saying for generations 30 plus years. But the point here is that they usually tell white lies about these kinds of things. They are prepared. There is nothing like they are working on it now. They're just waiting for the right opening to launch. Here's another one from Sir Robert Ardle1. He tweeted saying, the big XRP boom is coming. The crashes are only opportunities to get ready for the big boom. As you all know, this is the best way to make money in the crypto market. You look for those openings where you can buy cheap and sell high. But the sad part is that no one seems to be buying during these openings at lower prices. Market psychology is always very crazy. Here's another tweet from W. Clement Tell saying, Bitcoin whale wallet inflows. Looks like they've been getting busy lately. Now this is just another analysis right here. From the looks of things, the whales have been accumulating. They keep on buying, but it seems like the graph continues to dip lower. And we can't help it at this point. Bitcoin is on the verge of a rather big crash. We might even revisit $5,000 in August. If this is how things are looking, we must see some huge news that will probably support the price. So we need to be prepared for any scenario possible. Universe 20 tweeted XRP price minimum 3 digits after they win the case 2021. 2030 XRP in-game $55,000. We're talking about the possible price of XRP 10 years from now. I'd say by this time we will be talking 6 figures XRP price. By this time, XRP will be the backbone of the new financial system. The banks need the liquidity now, not in 2030. So could we even be talking like $10,000 minimum by 2022? Who knows? Many people probably think the XRP army is crazy or something for thinking that XRP would match these figures. A couple of years ago, Bitcoin was selling at just a couple of cents, and it got to its all-time high of $60,000. Now, as we wind up today's video, let's look at this article from Forecast.news that says the SEC and Ripple reschedule Hinman deposition on Ethereum and XRP to July 27th. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, and Ripple Labs have agreed to reschedule the deposition of William Hinman, the former head of the SEC's Division of Corporate Finance, to July 27th. Last week, U.S. Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn ruled to authorize Hinman's deposition to proceed with a delay to allow the SEC and Ripple to agree on the scope of the deposition given the privilege issues involved. Hinman's deposition was originally scheduled for July 19th. The parties have made substantial progress in narrowing and resolving the privilege issues and plan to have additional meet and confer discussions in the next few days to further narrow and resolve the issues relating to Mr. Hinman's deposition without any waiver of parties' rights, wrote Ripple's defense attorneys in a letter to Netburn on July 16th. The SEC earlier had sought to prevent Hinman from testifying, but failed to persuade Judge Netburn that Hinman's prior public statements were not relevant to the agency's lawsuit against Ripple. Defense attorneys successfully argued that Hinman's testimony could provide essential insights into the SEC's position on cryptocurrencies, including XRP. Ripple is seeking to bolster its defense that the SEC failed to provide fair notice that the agency would treat XRP differently from Bitcoin and Ethereum, two cryptocurrencies that Hinman declared were not securities in a 2018 speech. With all that in mind, let's take a look at the technical picture of XRP and Bitcoin. Speculative play on the XRP weekly chart. If you look at the previous price action, we have a similar scenario setting up on the weekly chart. In November 2020, price action broke out from the mid-Bollinger Band line and cleared the upper band in a parabolic fashion. Upon trend reversal, it was the 50-day moving average that acted as support and set XRP up for its April 2021 pump. Since April, we have been selling off hard and have once again found price action looking for support on the 50-day MA. If the recipe is the same, we should see an explosive reaction to these market conditions. Now we are looking at the daily Bitcoin chart. And depending on your bias and your personal views and beliefs, analyzing Bitcoin, you may get absolutely opposite conclusions. Being bearish biased and not believing in the recovery of a crypto market, analyzing a price action on a daily chart, you may notice a falling parallel channel. With a sequence of lower highs and lower lows, the price keeps trading in a bearish trend, and we may expect a continuation to new structure lows. Being a bullish biased trader and actively purchasing the coins after the fall, you may perceive the current price action as a consolidation and bullish accumulation. The price is trading within a horizontal trading range, and we are waiting for its resistance breakout as a trigger that the market returns back to a global bullish trend. Who is right? Well, we don't know. Both parties have nice arguments. Subjectivity is a huge part of this game. I'm going to be a middleman guy and would treat a current price action as a consolidation and indecision. But I do admit that bullish, bearish breakouts and continuations are equally possible. Please keep in mind, we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Let's start a conversation. I thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like this video and to click on the subscribe button below. Turn on notifications, that way you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.